join me?
Yeah. Sure.
How is she, Marion?
So you do know her?
Once.
Did you love her?
Yes.
Why did you leave? Why didn't you come back? Did you know that I was...
I didn't know about you until you showed up. And I couldn't come back.
Why?
I was a merchant sailor out of Phelan. I was working with the Solvia family to ship along the coasts. I was young, I was impetuous. I was trying to make coin and, make a difference. To whatever that meant, but I wasn't wealthy by any means. And when I met Marion, I spent every copper I earned to see her. I had to see her. And it wasn't until she told me about her feelings that I found myself lacking to meet the standards of such a vibrant creature as her. I was nothing. I had nothing. So I told myself I would find a fortune and come back. Then I could prove over all these other people that I was worthy. But our ship was attacked, and I was taken prisoner and dragged to Dark Toe.
Oh, I've been there.
Yeah, right. I managed to earn my freedom while I was there, using the skills I didn't know I had. Skills that I still to this day employ. A knack for speech and business. I earned quite a fortune while I was on that island. The things I had to do changed who I am. I was a criminal. My name was merely a bounty now to most people on the coast, especially Nicodranus. And I cared too much for Marion to drag her into this underworld that I couldn't escape from. So, I never returned. I knew she'd be all right without me. She is much stronger than I am. But in my attempts to be worthy, I fell deeper than I ever was. And it wasn't safe for her for me to come back. And with my growing influence, I began to draw the ire of the Plank King, and I knew it was time to leave. So, slinking north, I found this bed of thieves and built this lawless empire. It's not something to be proud of, I'm sure, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
She still loves you. You should have trusted her. I don't know. I don't know how you guys could make it work or anything, but I always thought growing up, I wish I could have known her before you, you know? 'Cause afterwards, she's never loved anyone since. She told me stories about you. She said you were the most charming person in the entire world.
I'm not that person anymore.
I don't know. I think your charm got you pretty far. Why didn't you just say yes? I sent you so many messages. You could have just said, yes, I'm your dad. Oh man, Jester, I didn't know about you, but man, I really want to hang out and get to know you.
Jester, I'm not your father. Any man can have a child. Only someone who's around to raise them well can call themselves a father. but for whatever it counts, I see a lot of her in you.
It's the horns.
Well, that certainly helps, but you're bright, you're clever, you're funny. And you can do a lot of good. I'm glad that you haven't fallen into the same traps I have, and I kind of want to protect you from the darker parts of the worlds where we've crossed.
You want to protect me?
Yes.
I'm going to call you Dad. So, basically, like, you can't smuggle people. Ever again.
I'm okay with that.
What should I tell Mama? What should I tell her?
I don't know if you should.
Growing up, you know, it was just me and her. We told each other everything. I feel like... I don't know. These last few months, I've just been keeping so much.
You're making a difference in this world. You're making friends in places where no one is able to. Marion is... There's no other like her out there. And I know that in this line of work, it's only a matter of time until either I have to disappear entirely, I get a knife in the gut, or I get thrown into a dungeon somewhere for the rest of my days. And what I consider the best bit of parenting, if you want to call it that, or show of my appreciation for the time I had with her, is to not drag you both down with me. You understand that, right?
Yeah.
You understand that that kills me, right? It's really easy to forget everything and be lost in the stupor of alcohol and drugs and women and men and just be caught up in your own little game of kingpin. But when you walked in, all that's changed now.
Wow. Hey, I've got an idea. What if you decide to give all this up, and the Mama decides to leave the lavish chateau? You know she's been thinking about stopping for a while now. She just doesn't know what to do with herself. I think you should go back to Nicodranas, secretly, and sweep her off her feet. And the two of you could ride off into the sunset, take a ship somewhere, and just live happily ever after.
It's a nice dream, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a nice dream. Well, good night, Jester.
Hey, Dad.
Hmm?
Next time I'm in town, let's play some Uno.
Marquesian. Interesting. Okay.